would look to implement his teachings both on and off the pitch. As we get set to get underway here at the Orogel Stadium. This clash between Cesena and Sassuolo underway. Paride Tremolada blows up Cesena to get us started. The home side going through a rather sticky spell of late. Winless in their last 5, which has seen the steam taken out of their promotion push somewhat as Sassuolo look to get off to a lightning start. Domenico Berardi looking to sweep in at the back post there. Trying to make an instant impact, named in the starting 11 ahead of Doig, almost picking out Berardi. Cesena, who would love to break their winless run against their regional rivals. The longest streak this campaign without victory. 5 and counting after draws with Brescia, Spezia, Südtirol and Frosinone last time out. Also coming unstuck against Juve Stabia, losing 2-1 on the road. Prestia stepping in to get ahead of Moro. Attacker who capped the victory for Sassuolo over Modena last time out, that sealed passage back to Serie A officially for the Neroverdi. It's been beyond doubt for a number of weeks in reality. Such has been their power and authority from the get-go. Whilst it is so often the case that teams dropping down from Serie A struggle to find their feet in a highly competitive division, not been the case for Sassuolo. Taking Serie B duties in their stride. Dion fouling Giacomo Calò. Very tight amongst those teams on the fringes of the playoff spots. Cesena on 44 points alongside Bari. Modena joining the pair on the same tally after a win earlier this afternoon against Bari. Cesena looking to steal a march on their rivals this evening. Victory would take them up above Palermo in the standings. Tolian down the right. Sassuolo, on the other hand, a chance to extend their lead at the top. Already one hand on the trophy, looking to make it 2 in the coming weeks. Pisa looking like the favourites to join Sassuolo in promotion through the automatic route. Another victory earlier in the day for the Tuscans, overcoming Brescia on the road to move them further clear of third place Spezia. Spezia and Cremonese looking good for the playoffs at this stage, and then below them it's really all to play for, from Juve Stabia in 5th all the way down to Modena in 10th. So for an exciting conclusion to the campaign. Games to be played after this weekend's action. Of course, the games from Easter Monday having been rescheduled to be played at the end of the season.
Opting for the front two this evening. Looking to the pair of La Gumina and Shpendi to try and breach that Sassuolo defence. Berardi spotting the movement of Laurienté. Still Laurienté looking to find an angle. An electric campaign for the Frenchman. No player with more goal contributions than Laurienté. 5 assists to go alongside his 15 goals. Looking to add another there to join Pietro Gemello at the top of the scoring standings. So we catch a first glimpse of Michele Mignani this evening. Cesena boss with the baseball cap this evening. Asked in his pre-match press conference if Sassuolo would be an easier opponent with promotion already in the bag. And disagreeing, saying it could in fact make them even more dangerous with the pressure removed. Piacentini looking to get the better of Guillon. Dangerous ball across the face. Take a nick from a Sassuolo player. Its way through will be the first corner. Good work from Piacentini. Off Muharemovic last. Matteo Francesconi nipping in there. To deliver. It's the front post. Cesena can't guide it back into the box. Here comes Laurienté. Sassuolo streaming out. Berardi back to Laurienté. Pokes it towards goal. Klinsmann with the save. Berardi off the bar. And Moro somehow putting it wide. All three of Sassuolo's attackers having a crack there. First Laurienté denied by the keeper. Berardi by a combination of keeper and bar. And Moro looked odds on to tuck it in from close range, but could only steer it wide. A real let-off there for Cesena. Sassuolo with 3 bites of the cherry. That save from Klinsmann crucial on the Berardi effort, taking it up onto the bar. His goal leading a charmed life already. Sassuolo's front three of Berardi, Moro and Laurienté, with 28 league goals between them this season. Able to add another one there. The goals free-flowing this campaign for the Neroverdi. 73 notched up till now. So far their highest points and goals tally in a Serie B campaign. Pieragnolo, let's rip.
grasp his chance in the starting 11. Has been playing second fiddle to Scott Doig for most of the season. Pier Agnolo had a decent campaign on loan at Reggiana last season. Opportunities limited this. Going for the spectacular there. Klinsmann again called into action. Cesena, the Swede, deployed down this right flank. Celia on the opposite side. Ball now. Cesena looking to find their footing after those early scares. Ball has to be knocked out. In it. Change of balls before we can get back underway. Sassuolo had gone 8 unbeaten before that loss in the thriller with Palermo, losing by 5-3, but bouncing back in the derby against Modena. Dispatch of another regional rival this evening. Bremovic, the young Bosnian defender, keeping his place at the back alongside Filippo Romagna. Piacentini then with the chance to fling one into the box. Looking for Shpendi, still in the area. Piacentini to thread it into Francesconi. Evidently not afraid to break through the lines. Francesconi, a youth product, through the ranks. From Prestia, it's up by Laurienté. Cesena win it back. Piacentini preferring to go back to base. Tiny feet from Obiang. Sassuolo looking to reach another raid on goal. Earlier, all to play for in terms of the playoff positions. Very tight between those competing sides. Berardi sends one into the box. Also extremely tight down at the bottom in the battle to avoid the drop. Incredibly, 5 sides on 35 points. 15th place Sutero, all the way down to second from bottom Cittadella. Big wins relegation zone earlier in the day for Reggiana and Salernitana. Sampdoria losing away to Carrarese as their plight continues. Better to avoid a first ever drop down to the third tier. The Bucerchiati. No such concerns for tonight's sides. Pieragnolo bursting through, trying to whip one across, looking for Berardi once more. Acknowledges the attempt. Lovely ball from Moro into the path of Pieragnolo. Celia taking no risks. Missed away at the expense of a corner. Berardi alongside Guillon. Swinger from Mimo Berardi. Obiang stooping. Dangerous delivery it was. Here come Cesena with Saric. Saric looking to turn away from Berardi. Foul from the Sassuolo talisman. Saric, who scored the opener on the 13th against Frosinone. Cesena ultimately pegged back here by Ambrosino's goal. Desperately trying to get back on the winning track. They're off to a flying start. Those goals from Shpendi propelling them up the table. Back of a tremendous season in Serie C, route to promotion. La Gumina drops to Cesena first time through the crowd, but off target. Appeals for a corner. Morada seeing it differently. Cesena trying to bend one, but didn't really connect. The heel of Pieragnolo. Saki taking his place in the stands this evening. Drinking in a bit of Serie B action like the rest of us. Don't forget to head over to tv.destinationcalcio.com for all of your Italian football needs. You can catch live streams and match highlights of the Serie B action. Free kick going Sassuolo's way. Clipped by Francesconi. For options in field to Iannoni. Sassuolo maintaining possession now with Berardi. Looking to skip past Saric. Camoro looking to apply the press, but Cesena come away well. Cesena. Options to the left, that's a lovely ball. Here comes Celia. Mangraviti with the cross. Celia. Could get past past Obiang. Good energy to the game inside the first 20 minutes. Helped, no doubt, by the atmosphere. Cesena in the Romagna region of Italy, towards the Adriatic coast. Rimini. Sassuolo further inland in Emilia. Laurienté just behind Moro. Sassuolo, who came out on top in the reverse back at the start of the season. A couple of goals to one at the Mapei. It was the first league clash between the pair since May 2015. That one took place in Serie A. The likes of Grégoire Defrel and Simone Zaza on target on that occasion. Celia looking for another sprint down the left up against Tolian. This time, Cesena do win the corner. Calot to take it from the other side. Prestia, Mangraviti and Piacentini forward from defence, but straight into the gloves of Sattalino. Quickly released. Berardi off and running. To cut in from the right. Laurienté for the knockback. Moro not quite up to speed. Such a great understanding, particularly between the pair of Berardi and Laurienté. Both players love to cut in off their respective flanks. Many times over the years have we seen Domenico Berardi cut onto that left boot and curl it into the corner. Drops to Obiang, the dummy, sends two to the turf. To link up with Laurienté. Scrambled away by the home side. Approach here from Sassuolo. Guillon considering the options. Spreads the play to Berardi. Berardi with the curler, and at the back post is Laurienté. Sassuolo's top assist maker and top scorer combine to full effect after 24 minutes to break the deadlock here at the Orogel Stadium, Dino Manuzzi. Two class acts. Berardi with the pinpoint cross to the onrushing Laurienté. The Frenchman notching his 16th goal of the league season. Berardi with a 13th assist. Divine combination between them. Laurienté had to watch it carefully on the volley, cushioned into the roof of the net. Fine vision from Berardi to spot the run, coming from an onside position, perfectly timed. Sassuolo get their noses in front. Cesena looking for an instant response. La Gumina. And back by Mignani. Demonstrating exactly why many deem them to be simply too strong for Serie B. Special talents combining. Sassuolo fans will naturally be desperate to keep hold of both of them going into their return to Serie A. With 12 goals in his first 2 seasons in the top flight. Berardi at the club since 2012, a real legend for the Neroverdi. So win a free kick. Prestia tangling with Moro. Confirmation of the goal. Laurienté comfortably onside. It's dashed to the back post. Sassuolo have been irrepressible on the road as Mangraviti finds his way into the box. Neroverdi have won 10 out of 17 away fixtures this campaign. A tally that no side has ever bettered in Serie B. Mangraviti finding himself in unfamiliar territory there. Shpendi struggling to get involved. Best chance for Cesena going Francesconi's way. His first time effort deflected over. To Laurienté's opener. Lovely trickery from Berardi. Goes down Moro though with the cross. Piacentini winds one up. There's another go. Referee Tremolada indicating a handball along the way. The skill initially from Domenico Berardi. Moro trying to find a teammate. Piacentini a couple of strikes. Blocked by Francesconi. And then Calot. There, the handball. Laurienté, the guilty party. Wouldn't have counted from Piacentini. Berardi, who got things started with that lovely piece of technique. Francesconi heading into the raised arm of Laurienté. raise their voices, looking to rally their side under the cosh in this opening half an hour. Cesena dreaming of back-to-back promotions after that all-conquering campaign last season. Giving away a free kick here, though, much to Saric's surprise. Back in Serie B after 6 years away. Cesena finds La Gumina. Sicilian can't keep the move alive. Lively in this first half. Guillon. Sassuolo comfortable in possession. Starting to really click into gear. Taking the game by the scruff of the neck. That opener. Guillon. Looking to open things up. Comes here to Berardi. Tolian. It's tight at the moment and ride out this tough spell. Pieragnolo. Sassuolo happy to toy with their opponents, keeping them at arm's length and winning another free kick. Buffeted by Piacentini. Laurienté taken quickly by Sassuolo. Berardi to curl it first time. Far from beyond him, but not this time. Laurienté alive to the early one. To tee up Berardi and return the favour. Goal that Domenico Berardi has served up this season. Provider primarily this campaign. Recovering well from injury that ruled him out at the start of the season back in October, and hitting the ground running. Into this well-oiled machine. Fabio Grosso. Motion back to Celia. Never in doubt from the off, really. Swept nearly all before them. Pass intercepted by Romagna, stepping out well. Pieragnolo. forward. Cesena over to Piacentini. Francesconi. Calò. Piacentini slightly too long for La Gumina. Berardi into Mignani. Sassuolo looking so dangerous on the counter. Laurienté going first time through the legs of Prestia. Took it on early, Laurienté. Down the left up against the Cesena skipper. Continued to back off. Comfortable enough for Klinsmann. Sassuolo so rapid on the turnovers. Hesitation in flooding forward. Cesena struggling to lay a glove on their rivals. Something before the close of the first half. That's a good ball from Piacentini. Francesconi, the recipient. Cesena, drop of the shoulder, the cross. Piacentini once more. This time trying to put one into the box. Mignani navigates Saric. Mignani seeing more game time in recent weeks. Shpendi, some rare touches off the ball, steps on the gas. Shpendi tried to go all the way. It was a brilliant block from Mangraviti, who celebrates it with a punch to the air. Found Sassuolo on the counter once again. Tolian to the edge of the box where Laurienté is lurking. Yang trying to thread in Moro. Gumina contested by Romagna. Free kick goes the striker's way. Twirling up top, trying to make something happen. Romagna with a fistful of La Gumina's shirt, spotted by the referee. Short by Calò. They're allowed to continue. Shpendi with the flick. Antonino looks perplexed. Shpendi trying to flick it towards goal. The back heel. Last off a Sassuolo man. To Tremolade it did, as the rain starts to come down again this evening. So looking for a route back in. Calò, good ball. Mangraviti up competing. Cesena thwarting the break. Calò drops to La Gumina. Blocked by Mangraviti once again. defender in the right place at the right time for Sassuolo in the last few minutes. Header initially going straight to La Gumina, but Neroverdi backline recovering. To Piacentini, no free kick given. Cesena just picking up a slight head of steam as we move towards the end of the first half. Prestia in control of it. Saric, Shpendi, tracked by Berardi, gets the cross in. Cesena with a nod back. Can only play it behind for a corner. Much to the delight of those home fans behind the goal. A lot to deliver once more. Mignani with the header. For home side. Strong header from Romagna. Laurienté looking to zip away. Francesconi desperately trying to impede him and picks up the yellow, the first of the game. Only for Laurienté there. Francesconi, only 21 years of age. His 26th appearance of the season. Collecting from Moro's chest, happy to see it go out for the throw. Francesconi. As you say, desperately trying to avoid the foul, but the last touch off the Swede. Sassuolo dealing with the danger. Mignani with the captain's armband this evening. Every player with the black armband paying their respects to the late Pope Francis. Laurienté gets around Piacentini, but Klinsmann alert to the danger. Quickly off his line. On back by Guillon. Here comes Tolian. Berardi. Tolian. Here comes Piacentini. Saric leading the charge. Trying to get the better of Obiang. It's back in the end and the move losing its impetus. Shpendi in a central area to spring into life. Piacentini can get the cross in. Just the 1 minute then to be added on. Laurienté coming close to his second. Has been a live wire throughout this first half. Joining Pietro Iemello of Catanzaro at the top of the Serie B, scoring stakes. Meeting Domenico Berardi's cross after 24 minutes. Glance at the watch for referee Tremolada. Will do it for the first period. Amongst whistles from the home fans. Their side trailed by a 0-0 here in the Emilia-Romagna derby. A strike from Armand Laurienté midway through the first half. A strike that separated. Lovely cross from Mimo Berardi. Banned Prestia's substitution as referee Tremolada blows up and we get back underway here. Cesena, who struggled to generate clear-cut opportunities in that first half, fairly comfortable for the Neroverdi. An early stoppage here. Cesena players claiming their innocence. Down went Guillon, thankfully back on his feet. Mangraviti lunging in. The decision goes Sassuolo's way. The defender none too happy. This in range for Berardi. Fair distance out. Klinsmann will be certainly aware of the threat. Strong first half performance from Jonathan Klinsmann, son of Jürgen. Did well to keep it down to 1 as Berardi looks to lay on a cross for Romagna. Long towards Shpendi. Guillon recovering well. No foul given on the Cesena striker. Mirovic playing it out. Shpendi with only 1 goal in his last 15 after 10 in the first 14 of the season. It's been a real campaign of contrasts for the 21-year-old. Desperately trying to rediscover his scoring touch. As things stand, Cesena just outside the top 8. Level on points with 8th place Bari, who lost earlier today against Modena to join the pair on 44 points. Cesena hoping to close in on the likes of Palermo, directly above them. With only 4 games of the regular season remaining after tonight. In action on the 1st of May. Be sure to join us then. of the live Serie B coverage. Sassuolo look to protect their lead here and make it back-to-back derby victories after having disposed of Modena last time out. Looking for another win on the road after their game against Frosinone was postponed. To the middle, Adamo tossing one in. Cesena, who will play Modena in their rescheduled game at the end of the season, could be absolutely crucial, with the sides both vying for a playoff spot. Down from Pieragnolo, but well recovered from Saric, and then Calot straight into the referee. Couldn't get out of the way in time. To physically keep Mangraviti at a distance there. Forced away from goal. As Grosso looks on, been pleased with his side's first half performance. Businesslike as ever. Laurienté through the middle. Laurienté going further wide. Closing the angle in the process. Klinsmann able to make the save. Bristling pace from Laurienté. Lots of acceleration. Piacentini had to be careful. That final touch from Laurienté, perhaps taking him slightly too far wide. Despite having never won against Sassuolo in Serie B, Cesena do have a good recent record against opponents from the Emilia-Romagna region. Unbeaten in their last 10 regional derbies, as we get a first shot of Jürgen Klinsmann coming to watch son Jonathan. A raft of famous faces in the stands then at the Eurogel Stadium this evening. As we saw Arrigo Sacchi in the first half. Shepherd it out under pressure from Celia. Santalino yet to be truly tested, getting his chance in goal this evening. In for regular stopper Horatio Moldovan. Whistle from Tremolada as Sassuolo look to move forward. Berardi slightly too heavy on the pass for Laurienté. Final games of the round see Catanzaro do battle with Palermo. Another hugely important game concerning the playoffs. Sassuolo taking on Juve Stabia. Both of those games move back to Sunday afternoon rather than tomorrow. Shpendi to Tavshan. Cisse. Guillon struggling to tame it initially. Mignani. Laurienté can turn into space. Mignani, pressed by La Gumina, calmly working his way through the middle. Shot down in the end by Saric. Waltzing through. Dorian finds Guillon. Moro. Clipped by Adamo. Bit of feistiness from the substitute, looking to inject some energy into the home side. A bit overzealous there. Just being asked to calm down by the referee. Getting his wires crossed with Tolian. Bian goes long. Moro with his head down, sprinting forward, forces the throw-in. Just came Piacentini. Space, and Sassuolo will win the corner. Adamo with the flick. This is Berardi and Guillon once more across to take this one. Guillon this time, dropping into the middle of the box with players swarming. Laurienté going down, looking towards the referee. Muharemovic back to Laurienté. Laurienté blasting it under Klinsmann. And Sassuolo double their lead, the second of the evening for Armand Laurienté, who moves clear at the top of the Capo Cannoniere charts. All smiles for the Neroverdi and their fans. Breathing space here in the Emilia-Romagna derby. Grosso keeping his emotions in check. But that goal could have them en route to victory. Laurienté looking onside from that replay. An erring finish, smashed under Klinsmann. Ruthless from the 26-year-old. Sassuolo with a cushion now. It'll be difficult from Cesena's perspective to come back from this. A goal in either half for Armand Laurienté. Far too much time in the box there to turn and pick his spot. That's beautifully done from Berardi, away from Celia. Tolian on the overlap. Good recovery, in fairness to Celia. Despite conceding the corner, Sassuolo purring once more. Berardi and Laurienté in particular enjoying themselves out there this evening. Neroverdi go in search of a third to put things beyond all doubt. Laurienté trying to take it out of the sky, does just that, preventing the goal kick. Laurienté once more. Aremovic over the bar. With the wing work and cut back. Aremovic staying up from the corner, couldn't keep it down. Michele Mignani's fears seemingly being affirmed here. Cesena boss stating that with promotion guaranteed and the pressure off, Sassuolo could be even more of a threat. Freedom and swagger. A front line that is so difficult to detain. Creativity, skill and pace in abundance. La Gumina receives it in the box, trying to turn away from the defenders. Mignani coming in, now Guillon. The pressure from Tavshan. As with the first goal, no doubts as to the onside position of Laurienté, played on by Cesena. As Fabio Grosso prepares to come on against his parent club, on loan from Sassuolo. Cesena replaced, as is La Gumina, with Mirko Antonucci introduced by Mignani. The imperial talent of Antonucci alongside youngster Russo. Some attacking options, nothing to lose now, really. Has to go for it. Shpendi. Mignani again with an important foot in. Come back though by Shpendi. Berardi dispossessed and unhappy. Celia towards the back post. Indefatigable Raffaele Celia, constantly up and down that left flank. Damo. Anya getting the better of Shpendi. Back to Guillon. Sassuolo looking particularly assured this evening. recover through that second goal. Moro going to ground, but play continues and Sassuolo maintain possession. The away side set to go back up to 9 points ahead of Pisa. Lovely one-touch stuff. Obiang trying to release Pieragnolo. Adamo able to prevent it. Short pass from Adamo. Antonucci looking to take on Toljan. Saric, good chance here. Best of the game for Cesena, not taken by Dario Saric, scorer of their last goal. Played in well by Antonucci. Bosnian had plenty of time. The angle not the easiest, but should have done better. Buzzing around, trying to force the error from Mangraviti and Adamo. Tavshan pushed over. Also victorious today, 4-2 winners over Mantova to move closer to Spezia in third place. Spezia's hopes of claiming that second automatic spot fading fast. Substitutes being warmed up for Sassuolo consolidate their lead here. Celia can't beat Berardi. Giving a hand in defence. Never shy in doing so, Mimo Berardi. Cesena's last defeat against a regional rival, actually coming all the way back in August of 2012 against Sassuolo in a home game in this division. 3-0. Neroverdi emulate that scoreline this evening. Moro. Grosso's men holding all the cards here. Carrarese at the Mapei on the 1st of May. Meanwhile, a trip to Mantova awaits Cesena. Mangraviti, Antonucci. To Tavshan, a shot from the Dutchman. With 4 goals so far this campaign. Looking to bend one past Satalino. 23-year-old on loan from Verona. watching thus far for Mignani. The side's winless run set to stretch to 6, barring something very impressive. Just over 20 minutes of the 90 remaining. Piacentini can't find Tavshan. Dino under pressure, able to pick out Toljan. Sassuolo trying to roll out the red carpet here, getting their passing game going. Bian coolly done. They've been a joy to watch this season when they've been at their best. Slick attacking side under the guidance of Grosso. Berardi breaking through, looking for support. Mignani offering it, gets the shot in off the post. That's a good save from Klinsmann, a vital touch. Mignani inches away from adding a third for Sassuolo. With the layoff, Mignani's effort deflected, and then Klinsmann with fingertips to turn it on to the inside of the post. Changes for Sassuolo, 4 of them in fact. Fabian, the first to depart. For Luca Mazzitelli. Josh Doig also set to enter alongside Nicolas Pierini and Lars Skjellerup. Danish striker back from injury, set to make only his 3rd appearance for the club. Mazzitelli on loan from Frosinone. Now in his 3rd stint with Sassuolo. Camoro coming off for Skjellerup. Sign from IFK Gothenburg. Piranello replaced by Doig in a like-for-like swap. And Pierini on for goalscorer Laurienté. Pierini joining Laurienté in double figures for the league season with the strike over Palermo. Laurienté collecting all of the praise from the bench. Another fine display from the attacker, on target in 15 different games this Serie B season, more than any other player in the division. Saric. So receiving. Tavshan now. Into the middle, out comes Satalino, commandingly. Giacomo Calò getting an initial touch on that effort from Mignani, and then Klinsmann making making that crucial save. Looking to nip him behind. Second goal from Sassuolo, seemingly taking the sting out of Cesena. Zitelli. Sassuolo happy to keep the ball for now. No incentive to overcommit going forward with the 2-goal lead, of course. Berardi. Chiellini. The layoff to Mignani. Looking to zip into the middle. Still Mignani. Again coming close to his second goal of the season. Eduardo Mignani. Great energy there to go beyond Piacentini. Can't quite find the finish. Klinsmann get a touch. In the meantime, off comes Saric, replaced by Bastoni. Experienced Bastoni, formerly of Spezia and Empoli in Serie A. Coming into the heart of the field on the ball here. Trying to link up with Antonucci. Adamo from deep. Foul on Romagna. The captain's armband after Obiang's substitution. Klinsmann Senior watching on. His son putting in a good performance despite conceding the 2 goals. A few crucial saves to keep Sassuolo to the near 2. Neroverdi seemingly not content, looking for more. Here's Berardi trying to add his name to the party. Again, Klinsmann producing the goods. Klinsmann sat next to Alberto Zaccheroni in the stands. Plenty of football knowledge between the pair. It's Cesena looked to create something. Tavshan going through the middle this time and winning the free kick in a very useful area. Tripped by Janani. Have a look at that save from Klinsmann. Berardi arriving well to meet Doig's cross. Could this be a route back into the game for the home side? Plenty of interested onlookers. It's a late claim to the set piece. Tavshan, Bastoni, Celia and Calot all in discussions. Klinsmann coming in to sort things out. Tavshan wants to take it. It will be Calot into the wall. Barrier doing its job. Able to bring it down, trying to release Sklerup. The rangy Dane has had to wait for his opportunities, coming back from injury. Grosso able to tame it. Can't find Antonucci though. Telly going towards Sklerup. Bastoni. Tavshan going to ground, but no foul given. Berardi. And back by Antonucci. Tavshan, Antonucci returning the ball to Tavshan, trying to play in Shpendi, getting quite physical down there, and the whistle does eventually go. Telly pulled down by Bastoni. Further changes for the away side. Here comes Luca Lipani. Teenager replacing Guillon. Guillon receiving the embrace from Grosso. Metronome in that midfield for the Emilians. As they look to close in on their 11th away win of the campaign. Hugely impressive both at the Mapei and on the road. Card for Giacomo Calot. Nothing too subtle there about the trip from Adamo. It is indeed he who receives the yellow. Doing enough to keep it away from Lipani. Tavshan looking to mount another run. Cesena unable to unlock the door so far. Kept firmly shut by Sassuolo. It will be a corner. Goes short to Bastoni, work to Adamo, into the middle. Pani with the stooping header. Another chance for the home side to reload. Bastoni going directly this time. Satellino with the punch. With the final touch. Taken quickly by Antonucci. Shpendi with the cross. Pierini can steam away. Waiting for support now. From Armand Laurienté, looking to have sealed the deal here for Sassuolo. They look set to move to 78 points at the top of the table. Pani inadvertently intercepting Pierini's pass. Adamo towards Shpendi, swarmed by the Sassuolo backline. Mazzitelli. Set to be another game without a goal for both Shpendi and Cesena. Difficult to come by of late. Should things stay the way they are, Cesena remaining on 44 points alongside Bari and Modena. Battle for the promotion playoff spots. Tanucci down the opposite flank, trying to engineer a cross. And Arnie running into trouble. Advantage given. Dispossessed by Mazzitelli. Opposing since coming on. Here he is once more. Berardi trying to nip into the box. Tavshan. Grosso. Bastoni joining the attack. First time from Calò out to Antonucci. Russo blazed over. Great chance there for the man on loan from Sassuolo, finding a rare degree of space in the box. Couldn't keep it down. Need to get off the mark for Cesena. Looking to lock in the clean sheet. Best chances in the second half falling for Saric, and then also right there for the home side. Klinsmann producing some decent saves to keep Sassuolo to 2. Into the final minute of the 90. Sassuolo in possession and looking good for their 2-goal lead. Pierini perhaps trying to add a third. Good recovery there from Piacentini. Sticking well with the fresh legs of Pierini. To be tacked on. Sassuolo seemingly heading for victory here. Back-to-back derby wins after beating Modena 3-1 11 days ago. Seeming set to dish out a similar treatment to Cesena. Romagna pulled back by Shpendi. Classy display from the league leaders. Haven't had to overly exert themselves to get the job done, as Adamo's cross comes shot, forces a tip over from Satalino. Keeper having to stay focused right until the end. Adamo perhaps looking for Russo, perhaps going for something audacious. Drops once more to Emanuele Adamo. Tavshan now. All over the bar. Needed the touch from Satalino. Hasn't had to do too much this game, but alert when called upon. Perhaps one final chance for the away side. Berardi just behind Pierini. Losing out to Sklerup. And there goes the final whistle. Sassuolo march on as they take another big stride towards the Serie B title to go with their already guaranteed promotion to Serie A. A business-like performance here at the Orogel Stadium Dino Manuzzi. disposing of Cesena with a couple of goals, one in each half, both coming from Armand Laurienté, Serie B top scorer, adding a couple more to his collection. Too strong for the Cavalluccio. Another joyous evening on the road for those Sassuolo fans. Fabio Grosso's men